Madume bagaetsho thobelang mo weng sanibona ya re perile ba ka hina matekwana ba hashu gogo
Siyacama kushisa
Sicama kuyise.
sithokozisise sibulele kuyo yonke into sithokoze.
unjani gogo
Ngiyaphila kakhulu njani?
hayi right kuyabanda
Angithi angathi umkhulu uNsindisa. The sun is furthest from the sun.
umkhulu
You would be doing what you should have amakotha
umkhosi kuzoba umkhosi kaSa
yes.
yeah
No, what is the word you can use? Umhlabele, no?
angithi it's the winter solstice now
Okay, yes.
so it's like the Sokar festival in
Okay.
the ancient Egypt.
Yes. Kemet.
They celebrate
Don't use the words of colonizers.
ancient Egypt. What's
It's
colonized
Kemet. Egypt is not the name they used for
Okay.
themselves. It was Kemet.
there? Ekemu,
Yes, a king.
the land of the black. So
Yes.
they would have like the festival of Sokar around now
Mhm.
to celebrate the beginning of the journey of the sun coming back.
Returning to the southern
Yes.
hemisphere.
Yes.
In North morning, the sun being away. The morning March when
Isililo sikaNomkhubulwane, when it goes.
Okay.
Yes. So, Gogo, we got a very interesting topic, a very pressing matter. We're going to try explore your expertise, exploit. Joblessness. It's across the board, but more so painfully amongst the
Africans,
youth.
The black youth.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, Gogo, I drive through Soweto a lot, midweek, during the day. The presence of people, employment age people in the streets, in the corners of Soweto, is alarming.
It's heartbreaking.
It's a time bomb waiting to explode.
Yeah, it is. It's
Imsebenzi ayikho gogo.
mina mkhulu from my perspective of
Senzani?
leadership
Mm.
and government. Let's say, I always start with the unemployed graduates.
The graduates, those with degrees and technical college trade tests and
Yes.
things.
Let's start with the unemployed graduates.
Mm.
What degrees are they studying in relation to the rest of the world? Are these degrees still relevant?
The curriculums.
Yes.
Are our curriculums talking
To
the now?
to the now.
Like AI. I mean, when I was in school,
Mm.
we still send letters to applied universities. In AI today, you have got a university on your fingertips.
You can use your smartphone. Things, life requires adapting at every turn. With the graduates, you study, government funds you, knowingly uthi mawuqeda your 4-year degree, you're going to be unemployed. Government and institutions of higher learning should be sitting together. If a degree is no longer relevant, it needs to be done away with. And then education from grade pre-primary should be reconfigured. I don't think we are reconfiguring what are the root causes for our graduates sitting at home after graduating. Is this a phenomenon that's happening throughout the rest of the world? Then it's no longer just a national problem, it is a global
issue.
problem. Then in South Africa, with the employment.
But it can't because China has modified theirs.
So okay, how do we learn from those countries that are already ahead and they have the least unemployment at graduate level?
We must learn from China.
So government should be having a committee of addressing the unemployment as a study that in other countries, what are they facing?
So your first point of response is the curriculums. Are our curriculums adapting
Are they
at
relevant?
the pace
Are
life
they
is changing?
relevant?
Are they relevant?
Are they relevant?
Are they
On
keeping up with the times?
keeping up with the time? Point 2 would be, you have this number of graduates who are unemployed. We have government backlog.
In what?
Let's say in law, in legal, there are cases.
There are
that-
cases from 2021.
How can government use the availability of the graduates who have done law to teach them, assist them?
With the rate of cases.
Yes, we shouldn't be having backlogs in South Africa with the available hands.
And it's scary, you know, Coco. Just the other month, last month, the High Court in Gauteng issued a mandatory directive that they're no longer taking civil cases. People with civil matters must now go arbitration and other routes, mediation, and so forth. And the point you're making is very interesting. There's a mandatory directive right now from the Gauteng High Court. They are no longer taking civil cases.
Based on?
Busy, the court roll.
Then you get the unemployed graduates to assist. There should be a register of unemployed graduates in South Africa
That
as
have
well.
done law.
Another one. Let's say government says there's gonna be a fund, a new fund created to address the unemployment. We all contribute.
A fund.
We contribute 20 rand. All
There was a
taxpayers-
500 million the other day, I must pass the shops. Is that not part of what you're saying?
But those must be run by South Africans. You can't have
Of course,
Smothers shops.
No, the
run by outside.
Pakistanis are not allowed. Not Pakistan.
That's not discrimination. It's making sure that South Africans get employment.
Yeah,
first.
no, it's nationalism.
It's
It's
looking after your own first. And there's
Ka-
nothing wrong with that.
Setswana le Sepedi, we've got a proverb.
It's
It's a nationalism type of proverb. It says, Seboba. Seboba is it's a fly. Seboba rebata sa mokwatla. Some parampampesa. It's like many children are crying from front and back.
yes.
We need to prioritize the ones.
Pambi.
Nah,
Wait.
yes. So you're right. It's government is not discriminating by saying
South Africa first.
that 500 million sponsorships fund is meant for South Africans, not Pakistanis and Mozambicans and Zimbabweans. It's not discrimination. It's just feeding your own children before, you know.
I can't afford to employ anyone when my own children are starving and they have the qualification. Another an employment creating opportunity. Let's say in locations,
Emakas.
Emakas, you have a clinic, you have a school, you have all the government
Institutions.
or
Like so, we've got Bara, we've got multiple schools, we've got colleges. Well, I don't count
I'm
malls.
talking about where there is a bit of space where they can put a container.
Oh,
Let's look at Home Affairs. Home Affairs shouldn't be allowing school-going kids during the week to be wearing uniform and queuing for IDs or whatever.
no.
Over the weekend, we should be able to open up mobile Home Affairs offices throughout South Africa. And you're gonna plug in those unemployed graduates.
The same way we do in census. When census comes, when they're gonna
Yes.
count people before the votes,
Yeah.
they get people off the streets to employ them. They go around the houses.
So you already have a labor force willing and ready to take on that. Close Home Affairs to school-going kids. They need to be served at their places of residence.
Yes.
Number 2,
Yeah. Okay.
you have the municipalities. What services are being afforded communities that could, if government truly wanted to employ people, break down all government services into each community. Each location should be having, these people are responsible for maintaining the cleanliness of the location.
Refuse removal,
They should be coming.
security,
They should be coming from those
townships.
townships.
Also, you're saying with the services that we give Ustela,
The
tender,
tendering, the tender.
we could usually just get the youth
Break
in
it
the
down.
township and
Break
give
it
them
down.
that service.
Yes.
They work to do that service.
It's their community, they must keep it clean. Recycling as well. Every weekend in almost every community. There's a burial or a wedding or a party. Someone should be saying, we will do recycling. They either have uniforms with the crime, they have bibs that says they are government appointed, they do those recycling. They create employment for
We
themselves.
know that the Mazibugo the Baki, they gather the refuse,
Yes.
that the Mazibugo later will come. That the Mazibugo get paid a rate
A rate
for
to
his
take
Baki
it from here
to the
point
dump
B.
site,
Yeah.
municipal dump site.
Yes. I will forever speak about the number of scholars in each class in government schools. It is not conducive for a teacher to be teaching plus minus over 45 students. You have
In
the
those good
graduates,
schools, they have like 20, 25.
At most, I would think 30, but then 30 is still pushing
It's
it.
now you're on the perimeter of the envelope.
Yes. You have graduates again. You can always teach. We have the highest state of kids who can't read, literacy. Literacy.
Literacy, yes.
You have the graduates who have passed, who could easily be trained to monitor how children are reading and document.
Teach them to read.
Yes. You shouldn't be reporting on these issues in South Africa with the number of available students, graduates who have already
That don't have work.
don't have work. It is a matter of availing funds to addressing all of our socio-economical problems.
Let's come to. Yes, I hear you've got a lot of ideas of how to upgrade our townships.
Yes.
Let's now go to industries, corporate, and so forth. How could corporate industry? Let's start with the steel industries, for example. Mittal is now filing for that section 18 point whatever when they're about to retrench people.
Yes.
Highveld Steel is long closed. Score Metals is closed. All the other steel companies I know are filing to close. Well, how do we retain those industries? The textiles go. ANC itself is buying the yellow things from China. How do we jack up our industries?
Is it important when you bring things out of the country to the...
It's importing.
We need,
Imports.
We need to be mindful of... We cannot be favoring buying from China when our own people can do the same thing.
For me, that's like a basic. How
I can't even with chicken.
chicken
we
here?
did a case-
America is dumping
We
chicken
did a
here.
case, yes, that
Yeah.
one, where there is a Goa.
Agoa, the bananas and the chickens.
You cannot... We have the favorable condition for bananas in South Africa.
Yeah.
I cannot...
Venda pumps bananas. Durban pumps bananas.
It goes against your people to import. Let's
What
go-
do we do? Do we scrap the relationships with China?
You import at a percentage that does not make it worse off for your people. We can't be reporting on high unemployment rates when we have high imports. We are killing, it's like we're shooting ourselves in the foot.
It's suicide.
I am reporting on imports, global relationships that are causing problems for me.
Like imisebenzi ayikho.
And I have high crime rates. It does not make sense.
How about beneficiation, Gob? Won't that help?
What is beneficiation now?
When we mine the ore, right?
Yes.
In South Africa right now, we mine the ore. Right from the ground, we throw it into the truck.
It should not be
Yeah, Richards
similar
Bay.
with the yes.
Richards Bay, Escapini,
No,
out.
no, everything should be done here.
Yes.
Countries are saying no more taking raw materials out of the country to be processed overseas. Priority is the hands in my country should be having work before any other government contract is done.
Beneficiation.
On the government creating work. In each community, you have people who are unemployed, who could be doing medical assistance. We had, is it Dineni, where people were
Esidimeni.
neglected,
Esidimeni.
completely neglected. In each location, you have different age groups. Who is willing and who not even willing, who has the love of home care assistance? You have one during the day and one during the night. We we should be able to say how much is government spending on all of these homes looking after adult people.
Yes.
Remember, in the past, people didn't go to old age homes.
No, we
They
didn't.
kept at home.
Yes.
With dementia and other illnesses that we are not able to take care of our loved adults, our parents. In the community, there are people who have the love for adult care. How do we skill them to take care of people from home, not in an institution? Retain the caring of the adults at home. Don't remove them from their home unless they are abusive and they are physically violent, whatever reason. But that can't be everyday thing. What causes these people to be violent? How do we reskill people to take care of blood
elderly.
pressures,
Yes.
medication, the
Yes.
bath, the massages?
Decentralize that
Make
service.
sure that it happens
At home.
At home.
There's
At
no need to.
locations.
There's no need to travel with the patient
Not at all.
or the elderly person that needs.
You have the government facilities where there can be a container. A young woman with a child that requires OT or physio, those containers at their location, they should be able to provide those services. Unlike a young woman, get up in the morning with a child with special needs, 2 taxis, it should be happening at their homes. How do we get the taxi drivers during the day who are not busy? The peak is from 5 till maybe 7.
5 to 7, 8-ish.
8-ish.
Yeah.
From 10 to 12, to 1, to 2, there is a low need.
They lie there in the taxis in the
Yes.
Mareng.
How do we get them to be part of the solution as well? We have the
But
following:
what could they do, taxi drivers?
transport the kids,
Whose kids?
the mothers with kids with
Oh,
special needs
yes.
to those containers
Yes.
at the clinic.
Yes.
How do we get the community as
And
a
you can
whole?
pay them a rate. They can
A
sign
rate.
that I've transported Stella on Monday.
You have a
Mochailo
number
on
of
Tuesday.
kids.
Yes.
So it all goes down to, can we all sit together? Who is willing, who has the opportunity, who has the skills for the following, who's able to be recapacitated?
All right.
With the private sector, we have malls almost closer to all locations.
Yeah, we now have malls that are outnumbering even the people. There there are malls at every corner.
We have pollution in the ocean.
Yes.
We need fabric bags to be made. Community should be able to, for each mall, that mall should be buying those bags from that community.
Oh, of course.
And this affords mothers or fathers to be home, to work from
To
home.
work from home. Maybe but work as, what do you call those community corporations, or are they corporations?
Whatever you call it.
Yes. Oh, Mama, Kasi would come together, register a corporation, a
Yes.
cooperative.
The cooperative.
Government would fund them a bit to start up.
Start up and
Then the malls
they
must
have
go to them for
continuous-
plastics and
for
stuff. Yeah,
bags.
that's a very good idea.
Plastics are causing pollution.
The,
They end
the
up
brown paper bag as well.
paper bag. It's heavy. Then iyaqhuma. So we're looking for something that is.
So how do we carry the stuff then?
No. They create bags. They make
They
bags.
create bags.
They
Cloth
create
bags.
Cloth bags.
Okay.
And then the malls
So you own a
buy.
cloth bag. Every time you come to the shop, you use a knife.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
So we create employment from things that are causing problems for us.
Okay. Yokuzwile go.
Yes.
Asiye go ema officini ke
Yes.
eSandton.
Yes.
My brothers are complaining to say no, Zimbabweans are taking their jobs. What's your take on that, generally?
As a South African.
The CEO at MTN is
Yes.
Zambian. The guy at Prasa is Zimbabwean.
It's
The University
government.
of Pretoria, the rector is
There's-
Zimbabwean. Vets, the rector of whatever is Zambian.
Yes.
What's your take? What's happening there?
I would not be at peace where I'm employing a continental native over a domestic native. I am creating black on black violence.
But is there a matching skill local? That's my question to you.
Unless there is no matching skill, then we can extend the pool of looking of outsourcing. If in South Africa, government should be revoking licenses. Any private sector that is employing a skill that is freely available in South Africa,
Yeah.
revoke a license.
Yes.
Revoke a license.
MTN must be asked the question. Listen
You
here.
revoke their license.
You went to Zambia to get a CEO. Show me that you don't have
The
here.
skills that you're looking for South Africa are not there. They're scarce. Or they are not there. at
Show
all.
me.
It's a scarce resource. They need to be picking up skills from Mars and bring them to South Africa.
University of Pretoria.
To lecture,
Show
whatever.
me that you
Government-
went around in South Africa.
Government issues these licenses to these organizations or companies. Government should also be able to revoke them and say, you are creating poverty, unemployment states for domestic natives. Because it's black on black.
Gogo nani emakhaya.
Yes.
Niqasha
Helpers
Oh,
and gardeners.
Niqasha all helper from Lesotho because apparently by
They don't go
cheap
home.
or something.
They don't go home. They go home once a
How
year.
do you then call yourself to order?
We as well. Everybody needs to be called to order because if I am employing a helper that is not South African,
Engadi.
my gardener is not from South Africa, I am enabling the illegal border crossing. I'm contributing.
You are
to
creating a demand.
I'm a problem. I'm creating and also enabling a problem for government because I'm not able to pay whatever government is stipulating as the minimum for helpers or a gardener. I'm now to the table that I say, but my kids are unemployed. And I forget that there's also another helper who's looking at the same one, and a gardener,
Now South
and an electrician.
South Africa must now put their citizens on a 350
Whilst I'm employing other people.
while you are, you know.
It doesn't. It does not work. It's a government.
So it's
failure.
everyone's thing. It's people. Tina emakhaya.
As
Rena ko dintlong tsa rena ko magaeng a rena, we must appoint batho ba local. Government, you can't have Prasa being driven by Zimbabwe.
it cannot.
You can't.
Even if they are naturalized.
Yes.
Where is priority should always be.
Incorporate. Mr. MTN, how did you end up in Zambia for a CEO?
I will be revoking licenses if I was government. And government as well. Let's say government were to implement, I have a system called Performance Efficiency Management System. It works on, you get paid on the work you're doing.
Yes.
Let's say Ustel is employed by government. I'm not able to do all my KPAs on my job description. I'm only able to perform at a 50%. That is creating employment for another person. You gauge that over time, you're not employing at your 100% or 80%, whatever your range. Based on your actual performance with all the things we've done to help you get to above 80%, you're not able to. You reduce your salary, you employ another person to complete the work that you're not able to complete. You create more employment then. There's another factor that you also need to come in. Let's say I've completed all my degrees. I have a master's.
You tick all the
I've
boxes.
ticked. There's employment. I'm not personally getting employment. As a cultural person, what are those reasons that could be emanating from that?
Gogo, Wikipedia,
Yes.
spending point is very clear. Singabantu, black people,
Yes.
batho ba baso, isizwe zinsundu. Over and above colonization, apartheid, economical problems, Wikipedia submits we are battling ourselves more than the outside factors. What do we mean with
Yeah,
battling
explain.
ourselves more than the outside factors?
Yes.
Nna ke le mokgaile. I'm there at an interview showing them my degree that yo, I'm capable, I'm qualified, I'm blah, blah, blah. Back home, I've got equalage, IMSAM. There's a goat missing lapa, there's a cow missing there, there's a chicken missing there. Wikipedia says you can't. No. There is this thing yokuthi, yes, you are not getting employed because umakhulu wakho.
Ucela a tombstone.
Yes. Wena kuthiwa ugogo hlanganisa.
Yes.
Lelo hambo. Have you completed izinto zakho? Are you ticking the boxes in terms of the gogo hlanganisa thing? When we go emthamo imbeleko yakho. Can I point at the skin of a goat and say, Nas? When we go through the rites of passage, can you show me your kanzi of graduation from this particular rite? Mhlonyana, entabeni, la. Can you tick those boxes for me before you say you're unemployed? Wikipedia says, yes, we say in Zimbabwe are taking out, but are we?
Are we right first?
Tina,
Are we standing right?
Tina Ngogwethu, our own standing. We call it good standing.
Are you in good standing?
Am I in good standing emsam? Me. Before I say I'm unemployed. Before I say I'm child. Mina oput abangulokoti lapha.
Let's say
Emol. Mina oput abangibulisa emol. Before I say mina anginazo sibiza ngani. Thari akena thari ko endlini anginambeleko mina ekhaya. Before I say mina anginamtshado, anginani. Are you in good standing?
let's say I'm a graduate. I have a master's. I have ticked
In the Western context, you tick
right.
all the boxes, yeah?
However, what you are saying is Wikipedia.
Yes.
Look for first. My core identity
Issues.
ticked.
Yes, are you resolved in that context?
I can be effectively doing these things.
Is your surname correct? Is your first name correct?
I'm saying ekhaya lapho bakhona abazali bami abazenzi
Yenzani? Nyasona.
okay. Akukho they're not faced in the conversation as to why I'm unemployed.
Our problems are far beyond Zimbabwe. When uthi wena umakhulu wakho doesn't matter. Your degree is correct. Is that what you're saying to me?
I get esikhula empilweni. We shift and move away from konke kokhokho.
Then let's leave the politicians alone. Let's leave Zimbabweans alone. We are the problem.
Let's say mina ngikwenze konke from imbeleko, ukhuliswa,
You tick your
from
cultural boxes.
yes, all my
You
identity.
tick your
The
Western boxes.
I'm balanced ukuthi ngikwenzile kodwa namanje angisebenzi.
Yeah, then I would refer you to the callings metrics. Are you walking the path you should be walking? That's where I would point you. Yes. Ngoba all of us gogo la emhlabeni, we have got uhambo that we are supposed to be on. Not all our paths. I'm a mechanical engineer. But that's what I've studied. I'm not an engineer. I should be here. Right? maybe I should have in Dumba as opposed to in office.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. If you've ticked all these other boxes, then look at your calling. You should be then doing something else. It is a mirror saying, look in the mirror. You are barking at the wrong tree. You're barking up the wrong tree. You should be walking here. That's where that's where I would point you. Yes. This thing I'm callings is bigger than we imagine. You can be removed from where you think you should be and thrown there, kicking and screaming. That is where I would point you more or less. Kukhona a lot of people that are in corporate today, Gogo. But busy. They should be endumbeni. They should be baqhuba amabandla. They should be teaching. They should be all of these other things. But because we conform to societal trends and ignore the callings, ubizo, you'll have those complications. Awuthandi? That is why you're here.
I
look hard. It's not trending in the cheetahs.
I'm not required to wear my heels. I must cover my
There are
hair.
many brothers of ours and sisters in my corporate having a tough time because makhulu bathi na indlela yakho. abazi nje umsebenzi awukho.
Bazokulinda omakhulu nandotamkhulu.
Nawuzohlala la ke.
Angiyiboni.
Ozimbabwe bazothatha umsebenzi wakho.
Ngihamba barefooted. Mina sibani bani.
Emahlathini.
Hayi ngizenge. Angiyiboni.
So from an into Wikipedia historical anthropological standpoint, we saying before you complain about anybody else like Mtabeni, look in the mirror. Clean yourself up. Clear yourself of the cultural boxes that you need to be ticking as a person. And then we can have a conversation. Yes. You are not in a standing. You don't have grounds to stand pointing fingers at anyone. If wena ngokwakho nje you are misty. Asikuboni kahle.
Misty blue.
You misty blue. So injalo from our side, bro.
Ngiyakuzwa mkhulu.
Injalo.
Manje ngiqede konke the western qualifications. Ayisekho imali yokwenza onke ama rituals. Qalwana.
Gogo uyahlala uyacela.
Okay.
Uyacela. Bazokwehlisela. Yeah. Batlokulahlelile. Bazokuphonzela. Bathi nali thamba. That's how it goes. Many of us, Gogo, we all goats where we come from. Many goats, many chickens, many cows. Yeah. And we out here in Joburg pointing fingers at the ANC. Yes, the ANC are better. But do we have ground to stand here and point the finger at Uhulumen? Can I point the finger at the Pakistani man?
So you are saying, but if we were to extrapolate, we have a register of unemployed people.
Yes.
It's graduates, the age group, doesn't matter. And you say, per person, fill the following form.
Yes.
How many?
I'm willing to bet my last 10 rand.
Okay.
Yes.
I would like to believe that Iziko is, our topics are more on a research basis.
Go gather a sample of people.
Yeah.
So, luckily, I study statistics.
Oh.
Go round up a sample of persons that are young and unemployed. Puti, ikama, isbong, ka. Asindlu, imbeleko. No, Washua.
Utata. First is the surname. Are you using the correct surname?
When I say ikama and isbong, I'm already there. Yes, so when we go, okay, astika imbeleko. Umhlonyana gogo unaso isithombe somhlonyana. Hayi no, umama wayethi no sizothi kwagogo kwasha kwacima.
No, it would be nice. Like
yes.
to really go.
Mfowethu uJakomeng. Entabeni mfowethu ulaluko. No, sasizoya
ekhaya we don't do ukwaluka anymore. What happens in that case where the clan?
We must restore.
Okay.
Yes. It's got a lot of restoration work to do. We can't say we are Christians, then we don't care about our grandmother. What's that? The very same people that gave you Christianity, they go to the very graves. What are you saying to me? Gogo, I'm a Jewish. There's a Jewish community here. They slaughter chickens for the people when they come out of age.
The indoctrination works in a point where I will do what I would do for my ancestors when I will destroy you. I will destroy you to look down on your things.
Houghton Estates, a Jewish community.
Yes.
When a child comes out of age, they'll go get a chicken.
Yes, I've seen those videos.
Yes. Who are you when? Who says to me, your thing is barbaric and ancient? Yes. I was at a radio station. During the week. A person called at the radio station, says the things I'm talking about are barbaric and ancient. A black person.
That black person has been thoroughly. You can't reverse their indoctrination. Yeah. They're at a level of they are now citing and using the terminology used by oppressors. They don't see themselves as I have now turned against myself. I think that's the worst pain of indoctrination, where black people have turned against themselves and they don't even see that it's the beliefs that they picked up that are not theirs. And they're unwilling.
So Australian getting us a bit.
They're unwilling.
Yes.
So when you propose that we take a register,
yes,
we have a Western and a spiritual
round up a healthy sample
yes.
of African children, young, unemployed.
And adults as well.
And then call me afterwards. Tell me what you're seeing on your metrics.
Then I would add on the girls and the boys.
And the boys as well.
Are there any terminated pregnancies that are causing this?
I was not going to go there.
Is there a spirit of a child
I was not going to go there.
that is calling for cleansing
Yes.
and is holding you back from getting a job?
Abortions from matric. Hey, go busy.
It's just
Go busy. Asivale Gogo, the point is clear. I accept your socio, economical, political submissions.
also me.
Mm.
Another danger. The more that we
I'm gonna make
automate,
it your parting shot.
the more we automate
Yes.
and we have an existing living example.
Automation. Aye.
If government is not mindful of companies who are automating at
yes.
a rate that is putting hands
Yeah.
out of work,
Yes.
we're going to end up prioritizing
But yeah.
machine and
Yes.
profits over human beings.
There's gonna be a battle between people and machines.
Yes.
Yes.
So we need to strike a balance between how much can we automate.
BMW in Roslyn,
Yes.
they're now bringing robots in. They're bringing robots in.
There
It's
needs
their
to-
factory.
There needs to be a balance. I cannot be pushing profits over human beings
Yeah.
and their value of life. So it goes back again to government at the end of the day because they are the final
Trade unions overviving now. Benzanda.
decision makers. I
Yes.
cannot be allowing and granting licenses to companies to operate where reliance is on automation over human beings.
Gogo.
There must be a balance.
Stokoze for that
Stokoze.
last input.
Okay.
I accept your, like I said, your
Creating
your socio-political, economical submissions. I know them with respect. I would rather also balance them with I have a degree, I'm applying, I'm competent. I must also clear myself on the spiritual
Yeah.
platform. Am I clear back home?
Are they working with me?
Are they
there
with me?
right now?
Yes. Bontate mogolo le bo magolo, are they where I am? In that interview there, are they there?
They
Yes.
should be balanced.
Yes. You can't say to me you're unemployed, kanti.
Ekhaya,
Awusagoduki nokugoduka.
ubuwena
Yes.
is owing.
Bayacomplain imove ukuthi hayi asamboni uStella. Hey, it's been 2 years.
Inconjwana yakhe yagcina
Shame.
kudala emakhaya.
Yes, injalo.
Okay.
So that's where it is, Bahlali. Let's balance these things, and then we will see changes. Yes, and also you can't just tick me boxes lapha emsamo. Kanti lapha awu degree ayikho. I mean, you gotta be fair.
balanced.
Yeah,
Balanced.
you know. Injalo.
So
Sintana nonke emakhaya. And those that are celebrating the solstice, please invite us. Me and Gogo are not going anywhere. Some goat meat would be nice. Nomqombothi.
Thokozani.
Oh,
Hayi, yeah.
okay,